What is up, people? What is up, people? What is up? What is up? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see my camera. Do.
Heavy.
Hold on. Let's see about this camera. All right, I think the camera's up. I think the camera is up. Allow. What is going on? It's still not showing up. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works.
Wait, you can see my twist a little bit. Oh wait, you can see something.
Oh wait, yeah, no, it does. Yeah,
It's delayed.
Oh wait, is that you?
Yeah, I just saw Theory.
It's so
What is
delayed.
happening?
It looks like
Let's see. What is going on here?
sometimes I can see my hair.
Yeah, I can see your face one time.
No, that was a video.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say. What's happening?
I don't know. Let's see. Let me turn this off right quick.
Hello guys. We're experiencing some technical difficulties.
Wait, they can still hear you now.
Please sit with us as we fix these technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We are sorry for the wait. My bad. We just woke up a couple minutes ago. We're so drowsy.
Why is this?
So tired. So
There we go. All right, so we got that part working. And then we have this connecting USB.
Connecting USB.
All right, so that part is still not
Sadly,
functioning properly. Let's see. Hold on.
we are sorry for the wait, people of the Earth, people of Mars, people of Jupiter, people of Mercury. Just recently we went to the recently went to the planetarium. So
We'll be talking about this later on in the video, so
yeah,
stay tuned.
Easter egg, just to make you sit through the whole video. People of the planets. Did you know that the sun is the biggest star? That is not true.
That's a lie. Don't listen to him.
Did you know some of the constellations look pretty strange? Did you know? Yep.
Interesting.
Oh.
That's starting out. All right, so I think we're gonna have to use the inferior camera.
I'm gonna talk.
Webcam.
I'm gonna talk in the movie narrator voice. Hello, people. Can you hear me?
Let's see. Let's see if the audio is working on Facebook.
The Rock.
This is all just a little
I was
weird.
gonna say the Rock is good. It's weird, isn't it?
All right.
This is so weird. The technical difficulties we experience.
Okay. It is working. It is. Okay, so the audio is working, but the video is not. Let's see.
That is so
something.
strange.
All right, so that is still super weird.
So will they just not see our camera for the whole stream?
There's one more camera we can use.
Or we could just film it with just video. Because we do have lots of videos to go through today.
We do.
Yeah. Sure, that would be more interesting than our faces, but
Alright, so then we'll do this, and then we'll just change the camera. Share now. We'll do settings, camera, HP video. That's not letting me get any of the cameras.
Oh, wow.
That's trippy.
It is?
Let's see. Let's
Like
just
that.
refresh.
Fried chicken is probably internet.
Testing.
Oh my gosh, is the internet messing it all up?
I don't think so. Let's close this.
Because I thought it said it cannot find your destination. Goodbye, people. We are V-E-E-E.
What is up, people? What is up, people? We're back. We're back. This is weird. I don't know what happened.
We've been streaming for 10 minutes.
I know. We're going to lose a lot of people on this one.
Really?
Not really.
Nobody watched it.
No one was in it at the first bit. No one entered.
Wait, that means that.
Yes, sir.
That means for those like 5 minutes when it wasn't where it was a black screen, that means they just probably saw a black screen.
Probably so. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our nighttime show, our recap of the our Chicago trip. My name is Abraham Walker the first.
Theodore Walker the first.
And I'm Abraham Walker the second.
And we're bringing you just a little sample of what we've been doing on our Chicago trip, right? So I'm going to be queuing up a few videos. Oh, you know what? I think that okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to be queuing up a couple of videos based on our itinerary here. We haven't done one of these videos since the day 4, so we're going to be recapping day 4, 5, and 6. But we're not going to keep you too long, or we're going to keep you as long as needed to get through all of these delicious videos here. Day 4 was an eventful day. We went to our first stop was, let me cue this up for us. Okay, our first stop was, we went to the Starbucks. Well, it really wasn't our first stop, but this is going to be the first stop on our list that we covered today. So we went to the Starbucks building. It's a 5-story building, and it's more of an experience, right? It's more of a walk through how coffee is produced. Also, you get an opportunity to see different coffee creations. You also get to see like what is Starbucks' vision for this experience project in other cities, because they are trying to bring the same concept to other cities. I believe this is one of 5 experiences that are in the world. So there's a couple. There's one in Seattle, New York. This location in Chicago, and then I believe there's one in Shanghai and Dubai. Okay, so Theodore, don't do that, son. Yes, so this is the experience. It's 5 levels of greatness or goodness. If you're into coffee, you're going to love this experience. Like I said, it's more of an experience. It's not a place that you just go to get your normal, daily cup of Joe, right? This is going to be more of something that you do to, I guess, heighten your appreciation of the coffee experience. So this is, let me show you this. So this is the 5th floor right here, where there is a rooftop terrace, and then we have the 4th, 5th, and 3rd floor are more of like the experience portions of the coffee shop here. So this is like a little bar area where they make all kind of fancy bar drinks, and you see so many beautiful people, beautiful young people. I didn't really see that many old people. I didn't see that many old people in this one. So for the oldies out there, you may feel a little uncomfortable in such a hip audience, but I would still recommend going. Don't let these young people cause you to not experience this, right? So I thought this was a cool place. I don't even drink coffee, although I was a barista in my youngin' days, so I can serve it. I thought you were saying you used to drink coffee. No, I never drank coffee before. Never saw a need for it. I've always thought that caffeine was a drug, and I want to stay away from drugs. So let me show you one more thing in our little walkthrough video. This walkthrough video is going to be on my Facebook page, so you'll be able to see it in its entirety. Let me just see if I could find. Oh, here we go. So we got the little bar, the bartender right here, mixing up some drinks for us. He got his cool hat on. Believe it or not, everybody is supposed to wear hats as a part of their uniform in this location. So while you may think that these people are being cool, they're just in uniform, right? Look at him shaking up the double-handed There you go. Give us a show. Give us a show. That's right. That's right. All right. So let's see. There was something else. What is it on this level? No, it's on the next level.
On the
Okay.
first-
So then we have the third level. There we go. That's what I want to show you. Oh, you know what? I want to show you. They make ice cream in this one as well on this level. This is the third level. And I believe we're going to walk up on the ice cream guy in the back. There you go. Yeah, they're using nitrogen, liquid nitrogen to make ice cream right there. That was a cool experience as well. Or it's a cool little watch.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah. So they put the,
You sat down.
yeah, you sat down right here.
I
So,
know that's what he was doing.
well, that makes sense. That makes sense. You don't know what he was doing.
This
This is not the missus doesn't really like this type of ice cream because I believe that the taste isn't as complex as a traditional ice cream maker, but it makes for a cool Photoshop shoot. And as you can see, all of the equipment in this place is just
metal new.
gorgeous looking, right? Look at this gorgeous equipment.
Gorgeous.
And now we're actually about to walk up on. I spotted this guy here having his own little experience. You're gonna see me put my camera right next to him to watch them. I guess they're doing like this individual brew station here. Brew. That's what they call. I think that's what they call friends in Australia. Anyway, so this is what we're watching right here. This guy has his little Instagram peeps on. So they do these individual brew stations. They tell you some stuff about the coffee to make you appreciate it a little bit more and heighten your experience. Okay, we got a question here, Jennifer and Michelle. This is cool. What is the name of this place? This is the Starbucks Reserve on Michigan Avenue. So it's 5 stories. It's not open like a traditional Starbucks. So it's almost like a retail store, I would say. There's usually a line. We went 2 times. The first time there was a line that wrapped around the block. Actually, we tried to go 3 times. The first time there was a line that was to the block, which was maybe like 50 feet. The second time we went, the line was wrapped around the corner. And then the third time we went, we were able to get in, right? Yeah, no line. So this is the third time. Yeah.
I was just saying, hold it up to your face.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, so now we're about to go to the second level. The second level is more like the pastries and whatnot. We didn't get anything because the lines in this place were crazy. And they actually say that this place is always busy like this. So if you're going to come, just know that you're going to have to wait you're going to have to wait for them to serve you. But like I said, this isn't about you getting your food quickly. This isn't about you getting your beverage quickly. We can even hear this young lady here. I asked her how often is it like this? Hold on, let me see. Let's see, we got some audio here. Next she's gonna tell us. So there you go, some pastries right there. The pastries look delicious, didn't they? They look good.
The place that had the blood orange.
Oh, yes. Blood orange, yep. So we have like a shakeologist right here. He's about to make the shakes, and I'm about to ask her a question about how busy it is in Starbucks.
I started hating on the fridge for that reason.
See, I heard her talking to her coworker about how crazy it was. Is it always this busy?
I've been here 3 months, and for the most part, it has maintained this level of busy or busier. On holidays, it can be like packed. Like
Wow. Okay, so she just told us. I'm sorry. Keep on playing the video. So she just said that she's only been there for about 3 months, and it has been this level of busy every day. And on holidays, it's even more busier than this, which is still crazy because it's quite busy in there. So, fellas, tell me about your experience walking through here while I queue up the next video.
I don't know if it shows in the video right now, but there's a video of me showing my father a really nice jacket that they had. It was like a airplane jacket, like a jacket that a pilot would wear. It was green and gold. It was, right here. It was really good looking. They had the 4 Chicago stars on the side, and then it's orange on the inside, and then on the back there's this beautiful design. But only bad thing is it's $600. So I would assume all the other stuff is also so expensive compared to the other prices of other things like that.
Let's say,
Is it expensive
Jeez.
really?
I didn't say it was expensive. I
just-
said it was
you should-
expensive compared to the other thing. That's why I knew you were gonna say that. I said it's expensive compared to other jackets like that. I mean, I have a jacket similar to that. It's brown, and it was based on what I know, like $60-$70, and it still looks awesome. But that, geez, I would never pay that much money for that.
Gotcha. Okay, Pier, talk to us. How was your experience doing this?
The worst floor, if I had to say, the 5th floor.
Well, you have to say the worst one.
Wait, and then I'm gonna work on it.
Okay. Wait, now we can't cover all the floors.
So I'll go quickly.
Go ahead.
4th floor, I don't really remember anything. 3rd floor, I remember there was a campfire, which looked pretty cool. I think that's where we saw the blood orange person, and she told us, what's it called? She told us that well, no, you just said it.
Yeah.
So what was there even there?
What did you think about it, son? That's what we want to know. What did you think about it?
On the 1st floor, that when we were leaving, they gave you like a pamphlet kind of thing that tells you what's on every floor through 1 through 5.
Yeah.
And an interesting thing about it is it shows. So you have like a guide kind of person,
Yeah.
and they talk to us for like probably if you had to guess, like
5 minutes.
the first 35 minutes, and then the second person, what's it called? What was his name?
I don't know what his name was, but this is the guy.
Manual kind of thing, a jig. So we saw this other guy. He told us about the fact that the hat is part of the uniform. He also told us that if you work in Starbucks during college, you get to go to Arizona State College for 100% paid for, I think.
Yep.
So I thought that was insane. That's an insane offer.
You talk about this guy here. Let's see if we can.
Oh man, well come back by so I can see it. I'll probably have a different one on tomorrow.
Excellent. I think, yeah, we don't.
October, we have mixologists here.
Oh man, it's actually a part of our uniform policy. We're all supposed to, if you notice, most of us have on like a hat, a scarf, something like that. Now some of us, out of uniform right now because of another good. But I love hats. The gravity-fed machine that they have, where they'll walk you through like gas releases and all type of stuff that you can witness there on the spot. They can also walk. At this point, we're kind of busy, so they may have to take reservations.
Well, I just
for
want
the
to say
flights,
about the little
but you can
pamphlet
actually
thing
take flights of
is you're supposed to get them at the front or like when you first walk in, but I think we like missed it. Like we turned before
Immediately as soon as we got there, yeah.
So yeah, we should have.
So they didn't get to
gotten
give
the
it to
pamphlet
us.
earlier. So yeah, it's not just something they give you on the way out.
Yep. So that was the Starbucks experience. Do you have something else you want to say?
No, sir. I just thought I would.
All right. So the next thing we did that day, or another part of the day, was going to the AMC Dine-in theater to watch Thor: Love and Thunder. We're not going to talk about the movie because that's not what this is about. But this was our first time going, or at least the fella's first time going into one of the dine-in movie theaters where they have the reclining chairs and some other features. What did y'all think about that, fellas?
It was awesome. The reclining chairs were really nice. They're super comfortable to be able to just lay down like you're on a couch, watching whatever you want at home. So give you a nice comforting feeling. So that was really nice, really enjoyable, much more relaxed feeling than the upright position that you're always in, and you can customize it to however you like.
What did you think about it, Theodore?
I think the chairs were very nice. I feel like you could probably fall asleep in it.
Mm-hmm.
And the nachos, the food is pretty good. And I'd say the popcorn, the cheddar, and the caramel popcorn both look very good. So
They weren't that good.
we had them.
Yeah, we
They were
had
man.
They weren't that good.
No, they weren't that good. No, but that's fine though. You thought they were good. That's your personal opinion.
I was gonna say that I liked the the caramel one, but the cheddar one or whatever the cheese one is, it's just not.
Gotcha. So you wouldn't recommend the cheddar popcorn, but this is like I said, this is our first time going into the dine-in version of the movie where they have the reclining seats, and also if you come early enough, they'll bring your food directly to your chair. But one thing we didn't know until we got there was they only offer the service where they bring your food to you 15 minutes before the movie starts, which in my opinion is silly.
That is
like, I don't want the
doesn't make
food.
sense.
I mean, I want the food to be brought to me in like the middle of the movie or something like that. But that's something we didn't know. But yeah, that was that experience.
I feel like that's a sham. I would call it a scam, but that's not the right word. A sham,
Mm-hmm.
because the whole reason I thought the dining thing was cool that you could get like a burger in the middle of the movie, but it's just saying you can get a burger before the movie. It's like I know I can get a burger before the movie. I could just walk to McDonald's, grab a burger, come back.
Yeah.
Or I could just sneak some food in.
That's true. So off to our next stop, which is going to be the Chicago Sports Museum.
This was awesome.
So I think the boys really enjoyed this museum. It's more of an interactive place or interactive space. So you're constantly interacting with things, right?
And it's almost like a arcade, like game room type stuff. Like the first half of it is like more sports based, a whole bunch of sports facts about Chicago and stuff like that. But then in the last room, it's ping pong. There's a whole Madden setup with 2 controls that are like specially made for it. And then there's virtual reality, baseball game, virtual reality, football game. And second, it's more of a game room, but it is really nice. It is really, I think Mom said it was like $10 per ticket. I think it was worth it because you can see how much fun we had on this with the jumping, trying to hit the button thing. So that was pretty cool. And also like the grip strength.
What was the button about?
So there was one from, let's see, I'm gonna widescreen this. So there was these buttons from 4 feet to probably like 10 or 11 feet.
Yeah, it went to 11.
So I forgot who it's compared to.
It's not compared to anybody. It's just seeing how high you can get.
But so you jump, and you see how high you can jump, which I thought that may be my favorite thing we saw at the place, because it's the first thing you see as soon as you walk in. So that was pretty fun. And I'd say that if you're a kid and you go in there, I think that is a very fun part of the museum
Experience.
Also, the museum is pretty small, but it's, I'd say, kind of packed with stuff to do. So
yeah, it's more of like a place to go do things. I wouldn't refer to it as a museum based on this museum and this is a great museum that we'll get to a little bit later. The Museum of Illusions are more interactive and more like a play type museum. I wish there was a word to describe a museum that was super interactive and more of like a place to laugh and have fun, you know?
I'd say just a museum, a fun museum.
I mean like a one word thing. There's also, as you can see right now, what some kids are doing is the wingspan tester thing, and then to the right of that, my dad will probably pan over it in a little while. Or no, we were doing our wingspan right now. It's really cool to see your wingspan compared to like your height. Like I'm 5'3.5", but my wingspan is 5'11" right now, which is actually a little bit longer than my mom's, like 1 inch longer than my mom's. So that's pretty cool to be able to see, because these are like how high you can jump. Like you can have a general idea, but now I know I can jump over, like my fingers can touch like a 9'3" or a little bit over 9 foot.
What about
really, really cool.
Why can't we touch the 8-foot one?
Me?
Oh wait, yeah.
No, I can't. The 8-foot the medium range that I dunk on.
What else is at this place?
They have this little hockey goalie tester thing where it's like one of those little dance battle things that you'd see in an arcade where now you can see it's this white checkered board, this white square board, where if it lights up and you have to slam it. Now the thing about this machine is it needs to be replaced now because it's
wait. Let's go.
It's so
we're just talking about the
you have to try and hit it. You have 30 seconds to hit as many of them as you can. And when it was working, because it works once and stops working, so you come back 10 minutes later and then it works. And I was able to get 39, and it's really fun. It's actually because I'm over 13, I had to do the adult version, and it's super exhausting. So it's a pretty cool workout. It's much faster.
I don't know why not gave me the junior.
You got a junior what's it called, ticket.
Okay, let's moving on. So in the next room, there is video games. What is it? Xbox.
Yeah, they had an Xbox that the controller was modified too to hook up and had different buttons. So it was really cool.
Gotcha. And there's also a virtual reality or some type of baseball game,
football, yeah.
and then there was also a what is it? Ping pong table as well.
They had foosball. Foosball costs money though. It costs like $1.
Gotcha.
I don't know if per point or per, I don't know what game. I don't know.
But also there's a take right when you first enter that game room thing we were talking about. There's this little race car section. We only really got to it at the end, and it's super fun. It's really to test your reflexes on how fast you can stop holding a button, and that's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. So then also there's a ping pong thing.
Ping pong table.
Pretty fun. It's as fun as a ping pong table. And what other things? What other things are there?
There was this. There was a whole bunch of just Chicago team themed photo taker things where you put your head in the little hole where you're supposed to take a photo. So there was one for a Bears guy, a hockey guy, a baseball guy. So that was pretty cool to see all that stuff, take all those photos and all that. So it was pretty fun.
Excellent. Hold on, let me continue talking about it while I queue up the next video.
Although this thing that we're talking about, the Chicago Sports Museum, is inside of this 7-story tall mall. It has a Garrett's Popcorn, I think a Lego store, and some other stuff. So walking around there's pretty cool. And it is, I don't know the name of the sports museum, but there's also a restaurant actually located right next to it. It's actually owned by the same guy, and the wall when you walk in is plastered. Just famous people who are either from Chicago or just famous being at the museum, or being at the museum, the restaurant, or meeting the guy who owns the restaurant. I guess he's like a super famous sports guy because he had pictures with Barack Obama, Michael Jordan. I don't know if he had a picture of Oprah, but he had a couple other Chicago sports players. He had like a little wall thing for Walter Payton. He had a signed ball.
I think his name is Harry Carey.
Harry Carey, maybe. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I think it is that.
Possibly. All right. So we also went to, after we left the Chicago Sports Museum, we went to have dinner at Grand Lux Cafe. It's not really worth talking about it because it wasn't that good.
The Grand Lux Cafe.
The Grand Lux Cafe, the Cheesecake Factory type place. So we're not gonna talk about that place. We ended our night at the Aerial Dance Chicago performance. This is what you're looking at on the video right now. This was a interesting performance. I knew I wanted to have one piece of art. Or like some type of play or something that we would do while we're in Chicago, since Chicago is a big arts town or city as well.
Lots of theaters, stuff like that.
I don't really want to say anything negative about this particular performance because it's an art performance. So to some people it was amazing, to other people it wasn't. Yeah, wait, let Theodore, did you want to say something about the performance?
Time flies by. Even though you're not really having the best of time, it just flies by. It's like an hour and 30 minutes of a show. It feels like you're there for 45 minutes. What's it called? My favorite part, this is like a spoiler.
Yeah, you can't
talk about it. It's like a movie. But so my favorite stuff is when they get like these red ropes or these black ropes, and they do like, I don't know what it would be called.
They hook it. They put a little harness on, and they hook these 4 super elastic ropes onto their chest, and then they jump up in the air really high, and and they, the Michael Jackson move where he like leans forward, and all that, they do that, but their nose almost touches the ground. So it's really cool to see that. But also, I kind of like the aerial dance because all like when they were floating or not floating, but when they were dancing with the ribbons and all that, it just looked not dancing with the ribbons, where they're climbing up the ribbons and doing flips and tricks and all that. So it was really cool to see because it's like I didn't know people could do that. Like they climb up the ribbon and then hang on it with their foot and do the splits and all that kind of stuff. The dancing on the floor, kind of cryptic looking, but the stuff in the air was really, really cool. So I like that. I thought it was a pretty cool experience. You should probably go once. If you like it, go again. If you don't, you say you did it.
Yeah, I would recommend it. I mean, if you're gonna be in Chicago, go grab a play or something like that. It's a cool experience.
Yeah, I mean, look at what they're doing in the air right now, like spinning around. Imagine trying to do that. It's really a thing that you like, kind of like watching gymnastics. Like it looks really cool, and also part of the coolness is like you couldn't do it. It would take you years to get as good as them. Like hanging in the air.
Obviously, it took them years.
I know that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it would take you years to get as good as them. I mean, yeah, it's awesome. The Museum of Illusions.
Wait, this is not the Museum of Illusion. So that was day 5. I mean, that was day 4. And so now we're on day 5. Day 5, we had breakfast at the hotel. Don't need to talk about that. And then we went to the Adler Planetarium, right? Now, the planetarium, I think there's mixed reviews from our family about the planetarium. I don't really feel like the planetarium itself has enough content to warrant going for just the planetarium. But there are several science videos that they show in the domed auditoriums, and I think there's 2 domed auditoriums, one where you like sit back and lean back, and the other one is just like a half sphere where the entire room is kind of covered with content. So the planetarium for me is really just more of a place to see these movies, and then you look at these little displays or exhibits between your shows. So we saw 2 shows during our visit to the planetarium. Both shows I thought were entertaining, engaging.
Yeah.
All of us enjoyed them, but the content or the meat of the content from the planetarium itself wasn't that good.
I want to say, when my mom said planetarium, only thing I knew about planetariums was you looked up and like gazed at the stars. All I thought it was just you being able to just see the stars. I thought you just look up at the stars for like 30 minutes, leave. But it's what's really cool. I don't know. I would ask my mom for what the name of the show is, but I think she's asleep right now. It's this guy, and he explains the different constellations to you, and he's super funny. You got to go see one of the shows, and it's really, if I were to go to the planetarium again, I would book the time. I'd book 2 to 3 shows, and I would get there 5 minutes before the show starts, because I don't want to look at any of the other stuff, because it's not really that entertaining. No, I get there 10 minutes so I could get in and then walk to the place, because none of the stuff was really that entertaining. They had some moon rock and some Mars rock that was pretty cool, but none of the stuff. This is the kind of museum where it's interactive just a little bit, and that almost makes it annoying. Like it could have been much better, but it really wasn't, because I guess they tried focusing on the more planetarium part of it, which is like the dome thing. But yeah, if you want to go, you should probably just skip all the space stuff. Well, unless you're really interested in the space stuff. If you're really interested in space stuff, this is a really cool place for you.
Okay, let Theodore chime in. What did you think about it, Theodore?
I think at the beginning it does a good job with interactive stuff. There's 2 interactive things, but then the rest of the museum, there's like 1 interactive thing.
Yes.
So there's 3 interactive things. 2 in the first 15 minutes of you being there, and the last one is when you've already been there for like an hour. So pretty weird, kind of how it's kind of like a museum. It's more of a museum. Also, planetarium. I feel like it'd been awesome if it just was a dome and the whole roof area was just stars, constellations. Like, when you think of a planetarium, you've never been there before, that's what you think a planetarium is going to be. You don't think that it's a dome shape just because that's just the design they're
That's
going.
that's just the one room. I
But-
think that's the auditorium room.
Yes,
Thing in the
that's
middle,
the
yeah.
point theater of it. Yeah, so you thought that when you were going to the planetarium, you thought, Theodore, that when you were going to the planetarium, you were just going to go into a room that was a dome-shaped room where you would see all the constellations. You would look up, but this was really more of a museum.
It's a
This it
museum.
should be called the Museum of Stars, but also there's a planetarium in there too, because it was a planetarium, but also the museum. It should have just been planetarium, should have just been a planetarium where it was just the shows. Because if it was just the shows and we had 2 shows and then left, I would have rated this like an 8 because the shows were really, really good. Like the Imagine the Moon, I know that's the name of one of them, where it talks about the moon and how people imagine getting up there.
That
was really
good.
interesting. That was really,
The
really
Imagine the
interesting.
Moon. So
That's like a 9
I'm
out of
gonna
10
say it
actually.
pretty quickly so we can say the next thing. But the Imagine the Moon talks about next time you look up to the moon, look at it for like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and just imagine what's on the moon. Are there aliens? Do you see a face on the moon? Are there bunnies flying around? Are there vampires, secret creatures? All that. So just imagine yourself, or imagine something on top of the moon, or in the moon.
Yeah. Although, that's not really. Yeah, that's what the show like ends off with. Is like based on all the stuff we've talked to you about today, and how other people back in the olden days, or just back in time, really imagine the moon. Now it's your turn to imagine the moon. So that's pretty cool.
Yep. So that was the planetarium. I do think that you should still go to the planetarium. Just set your expectations properly, and use the city pass to purchase your tickets for the planetarium. I don't think that the planetarium is worth it if you're just paying for the planetarium by itself. But if you get the city pass package, which allows you to go and visit 5 attractions in the area for a discounted rate, I think that it's a no-brainer. Knock out that planetarium at the same time. So this is our walk from the planetarium to the Shed Aquarium, where even friends that we have in Northern Virginia have told us that this view from the planetarium is the best view in the city, and they weren't lying. You're going to see what we were watching or what we saw coming back from the planetarium. And I gotta say, you should even if you don't go to the planetarium, you should at least go park around the planetarium and go take in this view. There's even some seating along the water line here. We really enjoyed just watching the skyline. Mm-hmm. I bet the skyline also over here looks amazing at nighttime as well, with the city lit up. Mm-hmm. Another one of our friends from Northern Virginia or one of the Facebook groups said that that's a beautiful view as well. I don't really feel comfortable being this far away from the city at night in Chicago, given what a couple of our Uber drivers have told us about the city. So that's not going to be something that we do. But, if you like to live adventurous, do you.
Danger.
All right. What do you think about the skyline?
So, if you're going at night or in the morning, but you don't want to go to the planetarium, but you want to get the best view in the city, you drive up there, go to the top of the steps, go to the farthest left. There may be like a counter kind of thing, and the river or the lake or whatever it's called, it looks amazing. So the bluest water you have ever seen, and it seems like, what I think is awesome, it seems like you can see another state from the planetarium. I don't know if that is correct or not. Also, if you walk around a little bit, you can see the Navy Pier, and outside, once you've left the planetarium, you can I don't know if you go by the driveway, you can go down a bunch of steps, and then you'll be right next to the water. That's where we are right here. And you can just go. You're not supposed to swim, but you can just go right next to the water and look how blue the water is. That's what it's like in person. It's amazing.
Although I do want to say, if you want to have what I would say is the best experience, go close to the water near the planetarium, because the closer you get over to the aquarium, Oh, this is Ryan, Aquarium Planetarium. The closer you get to the aquarium, the murkier, or really the more trash is in the water. And also, there's this little once you go down this little path you see us walking on, it turns right. Like there's a hard right into like the beachy or more to the city. If you go there, beware, hug the wall, because the water, if you don't look at the ground and see the watermarks, the water will push on and then the waves push in, and it can splash and hit you. My mom and Theodore almost got hit twice, actually. But yeah, so just beware. The water, it's pretty cool. It's really, really cool.
What is next?
Okay, so the next thing on our list for day 5 is we went to what is it? Oh, I know what it is. Sorry. So on day 5, we tried to go to the there we go. I got the video. All right, so we tried to go to the Taste of Chicago, and we were unsuccessful there. The line was so long at the Taste of Chicago.
I don't think I've ever seen a line that long in my entire life.
Yeah, that is the line. That's the entrance, or one of the entrances to the Taste of Chicago right here in this video right here. And it was a failed attempt. I mean, the cool thing though was that this was in Grant Park. We walked from the planetarium / aquarium / Soldier Field area all the way to Grant Park in like less than 15 minutes. So we didn't really realize how close everything was in this little area. Like it's super walkable, which made us really enjoy the Chicago area even more so.
After this day, we've been taking, I don't think we've taken a Uber. No, we took like 1 or 2 Ubers when we had to get places that we like couldn't. That took like 30 or 40 minutes to go, a walking distance. But ever since then, we've been walking more and more because Chicago, everything's so close and it's just a super walkable place.
Yep.
Yeah. After we.
Yes, sir.
How many steps do you have so we can show you guys how many steps?
Let's see. So today we have 16,000 steps.
16,000.
So that means my mom probably has at least 20,000 steps from me.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah. My mom had yesterday. We went on the Navy Pier and watched the fireworks. We'll show you that a little bit later. And she had like 22,000 steps yesterday. Yeah. Oh, I actually, if she got 20,000, yeah, she said, yeah, I have way over 20,000.
Yep. That's true.
It's crazy. You get so many steps and you don't even really realize it, because with doing like 10,000 steps, like going on a walk, you're like, I'm trying to walk to get steps. With this, you're trying to walk to get places. So you're not thinking, oh, I want to get my steps in. Your brain isn't focused on that. So you're just walking all day. You know, it starts to hurt a little bit at the end, but it's not unbearable.
When you go to your house type hotel kind of thing, then it's kind of like,
fine.
I'm exhausted. Like when you get on the elevator, you're going up, it feels like you're running in the elevator. Like you start feeling heavy. Like as soon as we got into the elevator today, we just let out a sigh. And then sadly today, which I wish I would have done, I've been stretching every day before we go downstairs and have breakfast. Today I didn't stretch, and as soon as we got home, my legs were sore.
So stretching is a good idea for.
It only takes like 30 minutes for not 30 minutes. It probably takes like 10 minutes for your legs to go down. You stretch a little bit. You sit down on the couch. Sit down on a nice, comfy bed or chair. Relax. Lay down, and then you can go to sleep. Take a nap. Go somewhere. Perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Now we have some video footage of Paisans Pizzeria. And I just want to say this place is pretty tasty, but if you order a jumbo pizza, it's jumbo. I'm not kidding. It is gargantuan, but also it will take a gargantuan amount of time to cook. It will take like an hour to cook. It's huge.
Maybe it's like 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, but it did take a little bit longer than we anticipated.
It's like getting a, what's it called? So if you live in Chicago or gone to Chicago, you know, or not, you don't know if you haven't gone to Chicago. But if you get a deep dish pizza, you're expecting to wait an hour. This is like getting a deep dish pizza.
It is.
It really is. So you're waiting 30 to 45 minutes. The man comes at the 20-minute mark and he tells you, and our waiter told us, your food will be ready momentarily.
Yeah, thank you.
And then it took like 25 minutes and then the food came, which I thought that was kind of funny. I don't think he was kidding. But also, our waiter, my parents said that, or my parents say, and I think that he probably should have told us that 2 jumbo pizzas is a lot for 4 people.
I agree.
Their pizzas are a bit too big, and jumbo maybe a bit too small to describe how big it is.
Yes.
Like, it's like jumbo. It's I wonder how big their large is. Their large must be.
Their large is 3 inches smaller, which in circumference is a big difference. But with the jumbo pizza, I don't think we really thought about what does jumbo mean, because it was small, medium, large.
Wait. We've already covered it. We've already covered the size of the pizza. Yes. So I think that the this pizzeria was recommended to us by an Uber driver who was half Mexican and Italian, and so we believe that his taste buds or his connection to his Italian roots would allow us to trust his judgment. I will say I can't recommend this pizza to anyone because the crust, now it's marketed as a thin crust, and our driver told us that it's not really a thin crust. So it's in between a thin crust and a pan pizza. So it's not a happy medium, but it is a medium, and the crust tastes like cafeteria school pizza, but the toppings are amazing. So it's exceptional toppings, horrible crust. You should know that. I can't recommend this place.
Although one more thing I wanted to say, it looks beautiful inside. I don't know if it's just this restaurant. The sink, you know what we've realized over this trip?
What do you mean
in the bathroom? We hate those sinks, like new, you call them like new age sinks, where it's like a sensor, because when it doesn't work, it's horrible. It's, can I use annoying? Or not like annoying to use? Yeah, it's super annoying to use because it doesn't work. Like we went, we'll talk about that later. But this, it worked perfectly. It was awesome. The soap was nice, and it just looked at a beautiful interior design. It must have cost a lot of money because it looked amazing in there.
It was.
It also smelled great in the bathroom too.
It was a nice looking place. So the next place on our list, so that was during lunchtime, or really more like a dinner time, and then we came back to the hotel, rested up a little bit, and we went back out to go to, I think, a place that everybody should go to when you come to Chicago, which is the Museum of Illusion. Yes. So this is one of the rooms in the Museum of Illusion, and I gotta say, this place is fun. This
is the best thing we've done on the trip so far. It's 90 plus. This is amazing.
I'd agree. So, Jack, can you find it quickly? So, can you watch it? So, as you can see,
jeez,
I'm taller than Abraham.
It's a proven fact based on this footage that's unedited.
I don't know what happened. I don't know how this happened. I don't understand the signs. So if you go to the right corner and somebody else is in the left corner, you look like a giant, and it's hilarious when they duck and put their hands in
like a
knees.
little turtle position.
It's hilarious. They actually look like an ant. So very fun. It's not even interactive, but it is interactive.
It is entirely interactive. The entire museum is interactive.
It's all interactive.
Yeah, do you have a video of the spinning room?
The spinning room? I do. I don't know how I feel about putting it up because it can cause vertigo for some people.
Oh, can we tell the people? Can we give them a nice
This
warning?
is probably one of the most.
Sure.
This is the most fun thing I've done this summer.
So
The spinning
be
thing.
ready.
Okay.
Be ready for spin trauma.
Spin trauma.
Whatever it's
Vertigo.
called. I don't know.
Vertigo.
Oh wait. So let me explain.
Vertigo and flashing lights.
Okay.
Flashing lights.
But let me explain this spinning wheel. It is purple, blue on the outside. So it's interesting because every 5 minutes of not being used, it turns off. And when you go in, because I'm kind of small compared to the bars, I kept on at first running into the bars on the side. So it's not kid friendly.
Oh no, it is kid friendly unless you have to control yourself. You have to walk through like 6 or 7 times to get the hang of it. It's called the spinning room because it's the entire outside room. You're like on this bridge platform. It's spinning around. It's super colorful and it's spinning around, and it tricks your brain. I'm not even a friend. It tricks your brain into thinking that you're spinning and that you're not on balance. So to try and compensate for the spinning, it moves you, it angles you sideways. You don't even feel it. You just think you're walking straight. And if you're walking too fast or you're not taking full control, you will actually slam into the gate and you'll start like falling and you can't hold yourself up because you realize I'm not walking straight. And it feels insane. It's really, really cool.
How would you explain it, Father?
I don't know what it does to you. I guess your mind is trying to balance itself.
That's
So
what I'm
you're
saying.
trying to compensate for the spinningness of the room itself. So
Yeah, it might seem like this, like we're overreacting.
so even right now it's kind of trippy looking at it. So this is what the room looks like, and as you can see, I didn't notice this while I was there. It looks like the room never ends with that mirror at the end. So it looks like it's a never-ending room.
I wish it was like a mile long. That'd be
Oh,
Look at-
oh my god,
Look at how the room looks when
Look
you're.
at me.
they were
You see me
just falling. Although the thing is, I just want to let you know before going here is this thing, as you can see by my shirt glowing, is actually a UV light. Has UV light shooting out, that's why it looks purple and all that. So if you have a glow in the dark shirt, this is awesome. You look super cool. You can take some cool shots, cool videos and photos. But it is amazing and terrible at the same time.
Terrifying.
It's
Terrifying.
terrible.
I
It's
can't.
terrible when you get in and you realize you're gonna start hitting the wall, but it doesn't really hurt. It's just like I like
No, it hurts.
bump
It
into the
hurts when
wall.
your head.
Okay, well I
So-
didn't. My head never hit it, so I don't
Let's-
really know
let's-
about that.
Can I talk about another exhibit?
Oh, wow.
So another thing we saw. So another thing we saw. I'm gonna go.
That is
I'm gonna
trippy.
kind of gloss over it, and then I'm gonna talk about the thing you see right now. So another thing. When
Wait, let's talk about this and then
Us.
we'll move on because
Yes,
we
sir.
have more stuff to cover.
Yeah, it's a long stream, 58. What's going? So this one, if you sit down, you sit down. Like, can they see your mouse?
No, they can't see my
Oh,
mouse.
so you sit down where I'm sitting at the back of that wall where the chair is, and then you can't tell, but Abraham's like 10 feet in front of me, or something.
He's
couple feet in
yes.
front of me?
Mhm.
And so you put your hand out and you lower your hand, and then somebody more like 10 feet ahead or more,
Yeah, 15 feet ahead of you.
15 feet away from you,
Takes a picture,
takes a photo,
zoomed in.
zoomed in, and
You get this.
this is what you see.
This is the illusion.
It'd be
Yes.
So
Look how small Theodore looks.
I'm 4'7". I could only imagine it would be hilarious if you had like an obedient baby and they just sat crisscross applesauce. That'd be so funny.
The thing I can kind of explain the illusion for you here is the three legs of the chair, the one by my elbow and then the two in front of Theodore, are actually right next to me. You can kind of see it, but yeah, they're right next to me. And then the back of the chair, the leg next to Theodore, and then the floor are all the way back by the wall. It's really cool. It looks a little weird when you're here, but the photo looks really, really nice. So it's a pretty cool photo. You
Well,
can
so
take.
I'm not small.
You're not actually small. It's just that's so far away. It looks like you're small.
I thought it made me small.
And then, do we have the headless photo next? Or did you take a video of us in the?
That's what we gotta move on.
Oh, this museum is packed. We could spend like an hour here. It's amazing.
Are we moving on right
It's a
now?
must do.
Yes.
You have to.
So the boys really enjoyed it. I also recommend it to everyone who is going to come to the Chicago area with their kids, or even just adults as well. Not right now. We're looking at the video. This is the 10 p.m. Fireworks on Saturday nights on the Navy Pier. Right. So this is on the Navy Pier. Another place to see the city skyline. Let's see. Oh, that was. There we go.
The thing with the fireworks is they're on 9 p.m. on Wednesdays and 11 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Saturdays.
It's 10 minutes of fireworks too, so it's not a short fireworks session. Get there early so you can get yourself a good little seat. You want to get I recommend getting on the second level where the Ferris wheel is, but move further away from the stairs. We were too close. We were by the stairs, so that we didn't get the best view. I would say. As you see, there's like a light pole in the camera shot right here, and then the boys and the misses are right to the bottom right hand corner of this video here. So,
oh wow, yeah, now you can see them. So we sat down to some people, and they recommended a taco place, which I don't know if Mom added it to the list.
we did not add it to the list, son. Yes, son, because we can't go to all of the restaurants. And also, they recommended a taco place that was in the suburbs, some suburb of Chicago that's nowhere near our journey.
So the fireworks are beautiful.
Yes.
And at the end, closing 1 minute of the 10-minute thing, which feels like 15 minutes, the closing 1 minute, which feels like 5 minutes, there's a bunch of big fireworks, and they are loud. They are super loud. So, because sound travels slowly, and it's a bunch of fireworks at once, in like the span of 5 seconds, you just hear explosion after explosion, and it sounds like just one huge explosion. If they just released all the fireworks at one time, not only would it look awesome, your ears would burst. Like it's super loud. If only you could hear it in the video, but it is very, very. It's maybe the loudest thing I've ever heard. I don't know if that's the case, but it may be the loudest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, Avery, do you want to talk about it a little bit?
My favorite thing about fireworks is the fact that how slowly sound travels compared to light, where you immediately see the fireworks, but it takes like a good 3 seconds for you to hear the sound. So like if you haven't seen fireworks in a while, the first firework will shoot up and explode, and you're like, where's the sound? And then it'll hit you with boom instantly. That's my favorite part. That's my favorite part about it, is the fact that it's so loud, nowhere near the light. Like the light will have already dissipated completely, but you'll still hear the sound. Or on some of the fireworks, the light will dissipate and have completely. Other fireworks, like the really big ones, it takes a while for the light to dissipate because they're so big.
Excellent. All right. So now that was day 5. That's how we ended day 5, and then we had like a 20-minute walk back to the hotel. Now we're on day 6. So day 6, we started with Stan's Donuts. We actually slept in on this day, and then we went to Stan's Donuts. This is supposed to be a popular. Well, it really is 12/12. So today is day 7.
I was gonna make a joke.
Okay.
And we're getting so little views.
It's not about the views, so this is for our future
This
selves.
is the first time I wanted to say it, but this is the first time we got a heart. I don't know how that. They got like the lights.
I think that was Miss Jennifer. Okay, so let's back to the video, because we want to wrap up so we can go to sleep, because we have another day ahead of us. So we went to Stan's Donuts. This is recommended by almost everybody to get some donuts, and this place was, in my opinion, hot trash. The donuts were thick. They were they weren't gummy. It's just that they were disappointing. They were good. They were very, even the cinnamon roll, because I got chocolate long johns or long boys, but they weren't cream filled, which is the first time.
Yeah.
And I've eaten a lot of donuts in my life too, I didn't even know that you could even make one of those.
I didn't think it was allowed for you to make a long donut and not fill it with cream. What were they thinking?
I don't know
They
what
were
they
just
were.
like, we'll just make the driest donut possible.
But it's so the cake. So I got a cake donut because I had my sunshades on. I couldn't tell that it was a cake donut, so I thought I was getting a nice chocolate sprinkled donut. Cake donuts are just, in my opinion, the worst type of donuts.
They're garbage.
But so they're not even dry. They're pretty moist, but they're just not that good.
They're just
So
not
I
a
don't think they have good cake donuts, but they do. So my mom agrees with me. If you are going to this place, just get two, or however many donuts you're gonna get. Just get their cream donuts. The cream donuts, sweet, chewy, moist. So, and I just think no donut place it has a bad cream donut.
The thing with this place is, if you get a donut, except for the glazed one, I had the glazed one. Actually, no, don't get the glazed one. It was mid. If you get a donut from there that's filled, it'll taste like a pretty good donut, like an 8 out of 10. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
I got the banana pudding donut, which I like the banana flavor. I didn't really like the banana texture, but the little like caramelized sugar on top, it was super tasty. But if you get cream filled donut, it will probably taste good. Dad got 2 super dry donuts. Here's the thing with my dislike with the chocolate long boys is everywhere else on the entire globe, if you see a long chocolate donut, it will, no matter what it's called, it'll have cream in the middle. It'll be a Boston cream, whatever cream, and they just called it chocolate long boy. So Dad, just like me and everyone else there, thought it was cream filled, but it just wasn't. But I mean, it is technically true. The name, it's a chocolate long donut.
What was your experience?
But they should tell you, like, hey, this doesn't have cream in the middle.
What was your experience having it, Dad?
It was dry. It was dry and disgusting. But I mean, I can see why people like it, because it seems like a local favorite, and when the locals like something, it doesn't necessarily have to be good. So that's fine. Just know that Stan's Donuts is not going to be a exceptional donut experience. So after Stan's Donuts, we walked over to our 11 o'clock river cruise, and we were the first in line, so we got to get the best seats in the house. And this is what you're watching right now. So I'm gonna have this entire video on my Facebook available for my friends to watch. And this is Theodore holding the Chicago flag. He was amazing. He was the assistant to the docent for this particular session. And if you're coming to Chicago, you have to do one of these river tours. If you do one of these river tours, go with the Chicago First Lady, Chicago Finest River Tour Company. We really enjoyed this particular tour. Our tour guide also was Mr. Bob was amazing.
Mr. Bob.
He did a great job. He didn't stop talking the entire session.
Great.
It was like a speech. It was so long, and there was never a time where he stuttered. It was like he practiced it all night.
When he stuttered.
Well, still, it was the entire section. There were 3 different times where the captain had to turn the boat around, and instead of being like, I'm gonna take a little break, get a drink, whatever, he decided, like, I'll just tell you a story. I'll explain. One point in time, he explained when Theodore brought up the Chicago flag, he explained the flag, the 3 red stars for the 3 Fs, the 2 World Fairs that they had, the fire, and the fort on the water.
Yes.
Yeah, they had a fort there. Then they had two blue lines for the north and the south side of the river.
The cruise.
And the cruise was amazing. Yeah, Bob was great. Mr. Bob was great. And the way he talks about the buildings, the way he explains the architecture and all that's really good. I feel like
What's one thing you learned outside of the flag about the buildings today?
one thing I learned about the buildings was the one skyscraper you see on the Navy Pier, you call it the 3-leaf clover looking thing.
Yes.
It's there because they won a lawsuit because before that, not before that, you're not. There's a law saying that you're not allowed to build any residential buildings or like skyscrapers on the lakefront. And technically, the building's not on the lakefront. It's really close to like on the border of the lakefront. So they almost
on the river.
on the river front.
Yes, that's why they won the lawsuit.
Okay,
Okay,
but then they immediately afterwards said, "Hey, you can't do that either." So it'll forever be the only skyscraper right there. So it's like all of Chicago and then one skyscraper outside of Chicago.
Yes. Okay. Now, Theodore, did you learn anything from the river cruise?
Yes, sir, I did.
The docent?
I'd say the most interesting thing I learned is that so there's this big newspaper building, and what I forgot.
Chicago Tribune.
And they say, the jewelry place? The Tribute Tower. That's
Oh,
right.
you're talking about Tribute Tower.
So the Tribute Tower, I think in the 1960s, they wanted to move all the jewelry in Chicago to that one place. And then after 20 years, it did poorly. So then in 1980, it was repurposed into an office building. And then right now, 2021, it's probably been a project for the last couple years, but they're trying to make it into now a condo facility, which I think if we come here in a couple years, but not in a couple years, probably next year, and Tribute Tower is just a condo, that'd be amazing. Whoever gets the top building, it'd probably be very expensive. That one top section. Do we have a view? Probably not.
I mean, it'd be challenging to get to it, but that's fine. Excellent.
Very fun.
So again, the tour we went on today was from the Chicago. What is it? Chicago Architecture Center. So CAC, Chicago's First Lady. Highly recommended the river cruise. You'll learn a lot. It's about 90 minutes long. I'll have the entire video on my Facebook. So after that, we went to grab lunch, but I did leave my bag at the Stan's Donuts. So I'm glad Stan's Donuts didn't see this review before holding my bag. They were so kind to find my bag, put it behind the counter, and wait for me to arrive. After we left Stan's, we went to Devil Dawgs to get a hot dog because that place was actually recommended by 2 people. But the most recent person was from Paisans Pizzeria, the manager there, recommended Devil Dawgs. It was meh.
It was meh. So it was the best meh thing we've had, and I don't think there's any.
What?
It's the best mid?
Wait,
I mean,
the
Med's
best mid.
5,
Yeah,
so
the
we
best
should
mid.
made it a 6.
No, it's the best 5. So I'd say it's the best 5. Like it's, well, no, I guess it's a 6.
Excuse me.
It's all right, but it's
Alright.
all right good.
It is
So,
a decent
it's
hot
like-
dog. It's a hot dog.
The
for
only
sure.
thing that could be better, or not only thing, I'm only gonna name one thing that could be better. The bun should be a better bun with sesame, because it's not even soggy, but it's like soft.
It soaks up so much liquid and it tears apart. Like my hot dog fell apart, so I had to eat it like a sandwich. And also, this is just for their Chicago dog. There are like 4 slices of tomato on there. You don't taste any of it. I don't know if it's thinly sliced or they didn't salt the tomatoes. They need to change something because you literally can't taste the tomato. It's weird. Also, the pickle is way too big. But it was meh.
So then that was Devil Dawgs, and after Devil Dawgs, we walked back to the hotel, and we took a little break. Then, well, actually, no, we didn't. We didn't go to the hotel. We went to. Hold on, let me pull this up. We went to the Lakefront. Sorry about that.
Can I talk? Can I say something?
Yes, they're dog.
Well, we were walking to like the wherever we sat down kind of area. We found we saw this cool little park area.
That's not it.
The slide had like this rope kind of thing that you'd climb up and then get to the slide. And the most fun part about it was just the climbing up and not the slide. So then there was also a track field, which is pretty cool. We don't really have just track fields out and about. You just don't walk around a bit in DC and you just find a track field. But
Remember when we went to the
and then what's it called? Where did we sit down? When first we went under this interesting tunnel, I thought it would smell like sewers or something, cause the walls look disgusting. They
had a mural on the walls. What are you talking about? It didn't look disgusting.
When not in the inside. When on the stair area.
On the stairs.
Bland,
okay.
With like a yellow, I don't know what it is.
Gotcha.
And it just gives off not safe area.
Yes, it does. It does give off sketchy vibes.
And I was gonna ask you guys, are we walking into the sewers? Because I actually didn't understand. Because I didn't even know there's just tunnels. There's just tunnels in the city. I thought the only tunnels were to get to like to get into a bus,
right?
Like a metro, and it would go under the city.
Gotcha.
So that's pretty interesting.
Well, I do want to explain what theater means by the tunnel. It's actually, I think there might be two on that side of Lakefront, but it's actually just a tunnel underneath this road. It's not a highway, but it's like an 8 lane road, 4 on each side, and there's no way to get across. There's no crossing lane or anything like that. So they dug out. I would assume they dug out this tunnel, and you walk down some really steep stairs. Go through the tunnel. That's actually pretty nice. You know what I really like about that?
No.
Is the attention to detail on the fact that they didn't let that little tunnel get super disgusting.
Yes.
Because it would be really easy to just let it alone, let people graffiti all over it and all that. It looks pretty well kept. Then it goes on to this beautiful lakefront. There's vandalization all over Chicago.
So
for vandalization, it doesn't have a lot.
They had none in the tunnel.
Yeah, none in the tunnel.
So now we're on the lakefront right here. So this was after we had our Devil Dog. We walked over here. This is probably like a 10-minute walk from Devil Dog. We sat here for maybe like 20 minutes or so, soaked in the sun, soaked in the rays. Also thought about whether or not we should move to Chicago several times because it's just so beautiful. It's beautiful. The weather was nice. This is like the best time to sell you on moving to this place when it's not realistic. This is probably not a realistic representation of Chicago, but this is the one that it's
like a vacation experience kind of thing. Also, this area may be the nicest area we've gone in Chicago. So it looks like everybody having a great time. See the people biking, people working out with their headphones in, walking along the kind of shore kind of area. Just people walking around, having a good time. You see people, we saw a couple people just swimming from the side of the beach all the way into like right in front of where we are, as you can see on the video. If you look at the back, you can kind of see like a beach kind of shore. And it's
between the Ferris wheel and the high rise, yes.
So I thought, we saw this person swimming, and my mom said they're probably getting ready for a marathon.
Yes, like a triathlon or Ironman.
Or whatever it's called.
Yeah. So yeah. Actually, this video looks so good that it looks like B-roll.
It does look like B-roll.
It looks like.
It looks almost like.
Yeah.
The water looks fair. If you have never gone outside of DC or Virginia, the water.
Come on.
The water probably looks fake.
Yeah.
That's how blue it is.
Basic water.
Blue water.
Can I say something about Chicago? I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I saw something today that really made me want to emphasize this. If you like seeing cool cars, come to Chicago, especially if you're from the suburbs like us. We see a Porsche, or we have like 2 Porsches that live in our neighborhood. We see them driving around like, oh, there's the Porsche. Oh, there's the Porsche. You'll see like 13 Porsches in a day. Different one every single day. Today, and also 3-wheelers. You'll see 2 to 3 3-wheelers every single day, no matter what.
Wait, no, we saw that.
And then I'm gonna get to the really cool cars. They have we saw a 6-wheeled truck Jeep thing that my mom explained to me, and then I thought I would never see one of these just out in the wild. A customized Lamborghini Huracan. I thought those were just like for racing and like just to say I have one of those. My dad's about to pull up a video or a picture of it right now.
I'm so glad that
losing my mind.
No.
Oh my
God.
Taxi, how dare they? But oh my gosh, it's an amazing city. You can just walk around for 30 minutes. You'll see so many cool customized cars. I've seen my favorite car. It's a BMW X6 40 times. It's so often. It's right by Devil Dawgs. I saw this matte green one with gold finishing, and it's giving me so many ideas on how I want my car to look like. And it's just a beautiful city with so many cars, so many different kinds of people. Like because we're in the suburbs, I see the same people over and over again, and then maybe some new people. But with living in the city, I've never lived like this. You just see new people always, different kinds of people you never thought. People with, it's almost like walking through like GTA 5, like with all the like customized NPCs and all the different stuff happening around you and all that. That's really, really cool.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What GTA?
Excellent. All right, let's move on to our last stop on the evening.
Oh, can I talk about it?
360.
So the Willis. The John Hancock Sky 360 Sky Deck is decked out with sky. So you take a little bit of a kind of maze kind of thing so you enter, put in your barcode kind of thing. And what's interesting is it's not like a path to where the elevator is. You're gonna have to walk around for a little bit and then like find it, which was interesting. It took us
6 minutes. Although I think they did it on purpose to kind of force you to look at the walls, because the walls, it was like a mini museum. It was really, really cool. It was just like a timeline of just stuff that happened in Chicago. At the time, I had an argument with my mother a little earlier, so I was kind of just like speed walking, like angry walking past everything. But I read one about Oprah Winfrey. But if I would have been looking, I probably would have read a whole bunch of stuff about Chicago.
Well, it was more about the neighborhoods, the Chicago neighborhoods, because I believe that they're trying to educate you on what you're going to be looking for, and once you get upstairs. So this is on the basement level or the ground level of the building. So you go through a maze, you check in, and then they take you up the elevator. The elevator is essentially private to this segment of the building. And there's 3 elevators too, which makes this all the more stranger. They must have already planned for this. Look at this lady just laying down taking pictures. Anyway, so you go up there and it's an entire floor. It's an entire floor, which is also surprising. And it's beautiful views.
It is amazing. Oh my gosh. Imagine yourself here looking at these.
This would be good people. If you
If
you had the iPhone, I saw a commercial earlier. This has nothing to do with it. You can erase stuff. You could erase like the stickers, so you could just see the view. This would be amazing view. So from up here, probably the best view I've ever seen. Well, no, is it the best view? It's a very good view, and it's gonna be the highest view you've ever seen. It may not be the best view. I guess the best view as in most you can see, but I don't know about best looking view because you're looking at the city.
Gotcha. What did you like about being up here?
I liked that the sunset, we came when the sun was setting a little bit. So I liked that. I didn't realize how far, I guess, the sunset was. Like you can never really see it very far. And a lot of the nights I don't even see the sunset. So you could see how far the sunset was. Just how big the Chicago, whatever lake that is. That lake is like an ocean.
Oh, that lake it's so big. Yeah, you can't see anything else over it. That's why at the planetarium the view is so good, because you walk up the steps, go to the left, and then go to the right. And if you look, you can slightly see the shoreline and a couple buildings of what I would assume is Ohio. I know that might be Illinois, but that's most likely Ohio.
Illinois Isn't Illinois Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago, Illinois. I'm saying it might be just a different part of Illinois, but there's also a chance that it could be Ohio
I wish
or Michigan. No,
from
Michigan's
up-
too far.
up there, I'd be able to see a multitude of states. Because at the planetarium, I could see one. I thought that I'd be able to see like a bunch of states because of I guess the planetarium gave me false hopes
False
of
hopes.
how close states were.
Although what's weird is either the Willis Center, the Willis building, or also as the Sears Tower if you're actually from Chicago, or the John Hancock Center. One of them had an ad that said you can see on a super clear day, you can see up to 4 states. It was kind of clear, but I don't know if
Yeah, it was cloudy. So.
it was cloudy.
Yeah, it rained.
I wish.
Yeah.
It's 4 states. That's wild.
Yes.
Black insane.
Excellent. As always, this is going to be on your to-do list. This will also be on your City Pass option as well. Again, I can't comment enough about how nice it is to have really nice attractions on the City Pass. So save yourself some money, get a City Pass when you come to Chicago. And that's going to be it for us. I enjoyed the 360.
Talk about the tilt thing because the tilt experience, like doing
Oh.
the tilt thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So the tilt experience. So
It is definitely an experience. I will say it's not. If you watch someone do it, you're like, oh wow, you really get up on there. But the thing about the tilt experience is, you start tilting, and the thing about the fact that everywhere has windows, you almost don't know where to look, because you could look straight down, but then it's like I'm just looking at the street. What if I look forward? It's like the same view from the windows. It's kind of boring, and being honest, the only thrill is being tilted. But also the thing is that there's not really much thrill, because in my mind, I know I won't fall because it can hold a whole 4-ton elephant. So in my mind, like, this won't fall. I'm fine.
That's a different.
No, I was reading the wall in the building, and it said, yeah. And it said this thing can hold a 4-ton elephant when it's at full capacity. I'm like, so unless I'm getting shot at by a minigun, I should be fine. So it was that.
I feel like
It was
the scaredness you get is overrated.
it's over.
Because
Yeah.
how are you scared? The tilt made
You how are you scared? 'Cause
wait,
Dad
no,
was
you
kinda
think
scared.
but you think that the tilt would be like super noticeable? What? So you tilt the first time, it's pretty cool. You can feel the vibrations of you tilting even more, but your view doesn't change.
Yeah, they hype up the view of the tilt too much. No, actually they don't. They don't say the view's gonna be good. They just say it's thrilling to be tilting over the edge. But you're not really tilting over the edge. It would be tilting over the edge if you were like holding a rope.
Yeah.
Almost like there's a chance you could fall.
Yeah,
In my mind, I know, guaranteed, I'm not falling, I'm fine.
I thought what it was gonna be. I thought they were gonna strap something like a vest to you. I thought you were going to lean
Actually
over the
lean
top
over.
of the building, and that was what the hype was about. That you were tilting, as in
Over
they
the
would let
building.
you lean over with like a vest on, and that was the tilt. I don't know why. I thought I read about that.
That's the not the leaning, but being able to like jump around and do stuff. That's on the Willis Tower. There's something with the glass box where you can like dance around and stuff.
Excellent. So that was day 4, 5, and 6. Sorry we haven't been on, but we've been a little tired at the end of these days. These days are
That's right. In Chicago, you guys don't know this. It's not 11:37 like you guys.
No, they're 2 hours ahead of us.
They are?
Yep, they're
No, that's not
They're 2 hours ahead of
Chicago.
us.
1 hour.
Yeah. So for you guys have a nice 11.
Yes, they are behind us. That is
You guys
true.
have 11:37. We're still up, and we've been streaming for an hour 30 minutes. It is 12:37.
That is true.
Excellent. So thank you so much for watching this particular show. We hope you enjoy these recaps here. Until next time. Well, let's tell you. So tomorrow is day 7. Tomorrow we're going to batter and berries in the morning for breakfast. Then we're going for our activity, our AM and probably more of a midday activity is going to be Lincoln Park Zoo. Then we'll go to the Spice House, which is Abraham's recommendation. We're supposed to go to Pequod's for dinner. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that, or I don't know if we're going to do that because we may just go get something to eat near the Spice House, and then we'll go swimming at the pool.
Family pool time.
That's it. So thank you so much for watching another stream. I am super tired right now.
Papa is tired.
All right.
We have to go to bed.
Y'all are about to go to sleep, son. Y'all have to go to sleep. We have the batters and better. I think we have to be there in the morning sometime. Anyway, thank you for watching.
Thank you
Peace.
for watching. Peace.
And we will see you on the next video.
See you in the next one.
I'm so glad we got